Okay, I think we're rolling. So first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for if you're tuning into this episode, episode 1, which is the pilot. Um, of course, my name is Fred Borges, and welcome to the Fred D. Borges Show. But before we get into it, there's a few things. Like I said, this is just the pilot, so there's a few points that I want to hit on to let you know what you guys are going to be tuning into daily, whether it be I don't know, maybe an episode, once a week, twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. It depends. And yeah, man, we're just gonna go over a lot of great topics. Basically, just like a regular normal podcast show. Um, but like I said, I have a few bulletins that I want to hit. Um, since this being the first episode, and yeah, man, let's just get right into it. So once again, welcome to the Fred D. Borges Show. I keep on wanting to say the Fred D. Borges podcast, but it's pretty much the same thing. But we're just gonna call it the show. Um, and me as your host. So, like I said, let's get right into it. So once again, welcome. And the reason why I'm doing this is basically, as you guys already know, I have a podcast with my boy Christian and Hasiel. And we do videos called the Dad Bod podcast. We do videos, talking about specific topics, pretty much anything, um, from humor to sports to being a dad. So definitely, that was basically one of the key things that pretty much like inspired me to, kind of do, my own thing and have like my own show. Is because I love talking about, specific topics. And I feel like, this platform that I'm using right now, it makes it a lot easier for me to just, you know, just talk about it. Talk what have topics to talk about, maybe have some guests on and this, that, and the third. So it just makes it a lot easier using this platform because it ain't nothing but a mic and nothing but me looking at a computer screen and like a little webcam. So like I said, that was definitely the reason why I pretty much wanted or have been inspired to, just have my own show. So that was definitely one of the things. I watch, a lot of podcast, shows and stuff like that. Um, so like just to name a few, like I'm sure most of you probably know, Club Shay Shay, Nightcap, um, with Shannon Sharp and, Chad Ochocinco, just the Stephen A. Smith show, Undisputed, the Let's Go podcast, Pod Meets World podcast. So, those are just a few things. And also what inspired me to do this as well is, different avenues. If it's not a podcast, it's pretty much like, um, you know, like being more versatile, like talking about like sports, talking about music, talking about, lifting, talking about just like anime, and this platform allows me to do so. Um, Definitely inspired by, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with like Dead End Hip Hop or NFR podcasts. It's like music podcasts, you have a group of people that sit in a room and they talk about, new music, they review new songs, current songs that are doing numbers, albums that are doing numbers and stuff like that. And there's a group of people that sit in a room and talk about it, which in my opinion is pretty dope. You could definitely learn a lot from that. So those are just the few things that inspired me to pretty much do this as of right now. And then let's talk about and even like another thing like that I have down here is frames per second. And they review music, not music, I'm sorry, movies, like movie reviews and stuff like that, which is pretty dope as well. So like I said, those are just a few things that really inspired me to have my own show where I can talk, express how I feel, new things that are coming out, and especially if I have guests on, I can, talk to them and we could just talk about it, to be honest. Um, and this platform gives me I'm able to communicate with people, like, not only people that I know, but to the masses of people. If I load this up on, like, YouTube or Instagram or whatever the case may be, a lot of people are going to see it, see it, review it, whatever, and we could communicate. So not only will I be communicating to people that I already know, but to the masses of people, which is pretty dope. um and like I said, this platform is giving me the opportunity to do so, which is pretty damn cool. um One of the bulletins I have here as well is like, what is going to make this different than the Dad Bod podcast. Now, of course, the Dad Bod podcast it's its own thing, but I feel as if this is just me for the most part. It's definitely just me. And like I said, I keep on going back to this, but you know, we're gonna have some guests and stuff like that, and it just makes it so much easier. I feel like this is definitely gonna be a bit more, a bit more raw, a bit more different, a bit more. It could be, a little versatile. Um, that's what's talked about. Um, so yeah, it'll be structured a little differently. I don't think the videos, are gonna be, quite as long. I mean, who knows? They can be. But I don't know if they're gonna be quite as long as the Dad Bod podcast, videos. They're usually anywhere from like 45 minutes to like damn near an hour and a half long. So I don't think they're gonna be as long, but then again, if we get into like some pretty serious topics or debates, then it definitely can last a while. And if someone wants to argue with me of why I think the Goonies is better than the Sandlot, I mean, that could probably be an hour debate on why I think so or why the other person might think so. Um, so yeah, and then like polls. Like lately, I've actually been doing like a lot of polls on my Instagram account, and feel like a lot of people really been eating that up. So yeah, man, like I don't know how I'm gonna structure it, but I don't know. Maybe maybe run some polls. Maybe what people would like to see me or hear me talk about. And yeah, if I invite a guest on, like see what we could come up, what we could talk about, what we can debate. um we could debate why Tom Brady is the greatest of all time and not Patrick Mahomes. No, I'm kidding. But situations like that, so I think this platform, like I said, is definitely giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys. But yeah, I mean, this is the first episode, this is the pilot episode. I'm just letting you guys know, like, what's in store to come. And it's going to be a lot. It's definitely going to be a lot, and I definitely cannot wait. I mean, I have my whole setup here. It took me, like, I don't know, a good few weeks, coming up with, or finding the platform to do so, then coming up with my little space to make it happen. My basement isn't, I'm doing it right here in my basement. It's not the biggest, but we definitely making it work. So yeah, like I said, this is the pilot episode, and I just want to thank you guys for whoever is tuning in, and like what's to come, and to the future of the people that will be tuning in. I just can't wait, and this is going to be definitely something fun to definitely something fun to look forward to. So with that being said, like I said, welcome to the Fred D. Borges Show, and we got a lot more to come, baby. Let's go. I'll talk to you guys soon.